but not your everyday rose. I love the name of this. It's the mint julep. Mama, when I think about that, I think about a fabulous Kentucky drink.
Yes. And we picked it because it's St. Patty's Day. It kind of, goes with the holiday. But the mint julep is named not because it's a minty rose, but because it's a very fragrant rose, by the way. This one is a hybrid tea rose. It's gonna smell really great, but it does get, it's yellow rose, but it gets these little tips, tinges of green around the,
cool.
so it's it's kind of
it's
a little bit different. If you're a rose collector, this might not be one that you have. It's a little bit of a novelty. Like many roses, though, it's gonna get about 4 feet tall, a couple feet wide, has great long stem yellow blooms. This is how it's gonna come, though. This is what we call Bareroot roses. And if you know anything about roses, or you're a rosarian, as we call them, people who really love roses, they prefer this. They prefer to get their roses like this. And the reason for that is because these are field grown. They're taken, they're not grown in a container where they might get like root bound or whatever, controlled by the size of the container. They're field grown. These are a couple years old already, and they're pruned back and they're sent to you like this. All you have to do is plant it into the ground. You can kind of see where the dirt line already was. Make sure all these roots get nice contact with the soil. Usually I take a little ball of dirt and put that right up in there, put it in the hole, fill it in, water it, and you'll see actually on many of these, this one I can't really see it, but some of them will have leaves coming out already. So what you're getting though with a Bareroot rose is something that's gonna bloom in the first year. You're going to get an immediate rose bush, because this is just pruned back. This is a substantial bush. Without all the shipping, without all the soil, without all that other stuff. So you're getting a lot of rose immediately. And this is what it's gonna come into.
It's beautiful.
You will get
it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's really pretty. I love a yellow rose. That's my favorite color.
Like yellow rose, Texas, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so I love this because it's a long-lasting flower, right?
It is.
And also you can put them in a vase if you want to. So again, instead of giving roses they have to throw out, give them roses they'll love year after year. And again, roses are perennial.
Yeah, roses are perennial.
Yeah.
I just have to say this, when I was a kid, my sister and I, we gave my mom roses every year for Mother's Day, every year. So she had a whole rose garden, and then we moved, like when I was in high school, from like one house to another house. We had to spend a week taking up all the roses.
And transporting them. So the people bought
we only moved a mile away.
The people who bought their house like, wait, there used to be roses so pretty. What happened to the flowers? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Whoops. Well, also, I think what's interesting too, because I read this in the information, the green is more pronounced in hot weather, and in cooler weather, it brings out more of the yellow kind of pinky tones, which I thought was really kind of cool.
Yeah, so they're little chameleons. They're a fun rose. If you're not, if you just want something a little more novel, this is a particularly beautiful rose, and you also get that great fragrance. Not every rose smells amazing. I love a smelly rose. This is definitely a smelly rose, so you can count on that as well. It's gonna, give you all of that, heady floral. I love that we have so many strong smellers.
Just wonderful scents between the honeysuckle and the gardenia behind us.
And the lavender.
Now, how big does this get eventually?
So this will get about 4 feet tall, about 2.5 feet wide. I just want to point out something, the most classic combination of flowers in a garden is roses and lavender. And they love the same spot. This is just, something, the combination of the two, the rose with the lavender
guys, do you still have the lavender floating around, just one of those?
They're just fantastic.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? If you missed it, we're gonna recreate it.
Yeah.
And because I want you to see this, because that would be amazing. And remember, the lavender's perennial, the roses are perennial. What does that mean? It's year after year, you're gonna have flowers. And once you get them started, and they really both, I used to have rose bushes. I used to live in a Victorian home. We had beautiful rose bushes, and I didn't have to do much to them.
Yeah, no, you really don't. And especially you don't have to do